Hello, everybody.
It's Come Waste Your Time with Dave DeAngelis. You got to start it.
It is Come Waste Your Time with Dave DeAngelis, and I have to start this. Welcome, everybody, to Come Waste Your Time with Dave DeAngelis.
You
It's
used
a
to be
late
a
night show. I think we have some room for some silliness, right?
you used to be a pro.
Used to be a
Used
lot
to
of
be.
things, but I should have been a lot of things. That's why I'm going for Halloween, right? Didn't you see my Insta story? Come on now.
Yes, gifted child.
Formerly gifted child. When people ask me what I'm supposed to be, I say I'm supposed to have been I was supposed to have been a lot of things. Haha. Anyway, Tony night.
Tony's
Ben, I want
Tony,
to put
Tony,
you in a
Tony, Tony, Tony. What?
Tony. I wanted to put you in a state of mind.
Okay.
And I wanted to put first of all, I just want to say I'm so jealous of your your lights and your entire space. And I love you for the commitment. And I'm so sorry that I'm using a computer to light me on another computer.
We have
At least
20
I have a good mic, right?
we have 24 of these lights in the house and I'm using 2 of them.
Do you realize how long it takes to set up something?
You can just put them on either side of the room or just one anywhere in the back of that room and leave it there.
In my defense, I there probably are some wireless lights somewhere in this room that have undoubtedly like failed in my attempt at setting them up. I don't want to focus on that.
Does your
I just wanted to compliment you and apologize for me. I didn't want to
Thank
get
you.
into
It's
my
fine.
problems.
Does your room have does your office have mosquitoes though?
No.
Well, then you got me beat on that front
Mhm.
cuz every night there's one mosquito in my room and it
Just
follows me
one, huh?
around. Just one and then I kill it at some point during the night. I finally kill it and then the next day there's another one.
Sorry to
So,
hear that.
why are you eating?
Dessert time. You told me that story 3 times in the past 2 days. I know we're live on the internet and that means something, but for me it's freaking boring. Um I don't know what that means. One mosquito per day
There's
out of the
always a
million
mosquito. There's always like
gets
one
into your
mosquito.
room? Come on now.
There's like one mosquito always. I don't know how it's coming in. I think maybe when you put in the air conditioner, you didn't seal it well enough.
I would watch what you say. That's really weird. You're not looking good. Your
No,
back.
I'm not.
My compliment of your backlighting was a lot better than what you've just done. Um, I wanted to put you in a state of mind.
Okay.
Can we recalibrate real quick
Yes.
because that was a weird start. So I wanted to put. I was thinking of this. I want to put you in a state of mind, and if the audience is listening or watching, it's okay if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about because it's going to be easy enough to get you in there. In that state of mind. Don't worry. So if the specifics don't apply to you, don't worry. It's easy. After a performance, preferably a theatrical performance, but it's okay. Any type of show. After that performance, we're at an eatery of some sort. That's where I want you to be. You are with friends, possibly family, certainly a mix. Are these people your friends? Are they your family? Are they that close? You don't know because
They feel that close.
exactly, or are there actual family members there? You don't know. It's
Yes.
crazy. That's where I want you guys to be, and that's why I say like you don't have to. The specifics don't matter because I'm pretty sure you just have to put yourself in that situation after a meaningful event to the full extent. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but like really any truly meaningful event that was a shared experience and now you are in the after party, in the afterglow, in the just aftershocks. Like, it's just whatever that rush was, you're all just hanging out.
All right, I'm there. I'm at Bickford's,
You're at Bickford's, you're at IHOP,
Friendlies.
Friendlies, Denny's.
When did
Who knows?
you went to
It doesn't
IHOP
matter.
after shows?
What'd you say?
When did you go to IHOP after a show?
There was an IHOP in Groton,
Oh, I didn't know that.
right across from where Taco Bell is.
Okay, that
'Cause
sounds
I
cool. All
remember
right,
so my dad would go there too. He really liked IHOP. So after like the Sunday show, after the Saturday night show, whatever, it was a late night. My dad had a thing because he loved New York City, and he loved that everything was 24/7. So he loved the idea of going for like breakfast food after a late night show, and
Yeah.
honestly, that was fine with most people, especially
Dude.
me.
I mainly want to go to sleep right now, but I would totally go get pancakes.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, not right now, but
No, but if we had just finished a show, I would.
there's
What?
lint in my microphone. That's embarrassing.
Do you know what I would say if we had just finished a show?
What would you say? Oh,
I would say I feel proud of us.
and I'd say, shut up. We didn't make enough money.
That's
But then we would both plug Randy Bond
yes, absolutely.
because she's fucking incredible. She's
That's
gonna
what
be a
we would do.
mom. Dude.
Yeah,
She's gonna give birth soon.
that's crazy.
Oh, good for her and good for that baby. What a cool fucking mom that baby's gonna have.
Absolutely.
I don't mean to get weird, but like her work is so fucking meaningful. Sorry for the curses, mom. But hey, I love that. Oh my god.
I love my favorite thing though, and I'm gonna hide the actual to-do list
Because
But-
you actually wrote it down.
because I wrote. Yeah, there's stuff on the to-do list, but
Well, you're using it. Tell
Read-
them what this
read-
says.
read it.
Oh, it's hard to see.
Okay, it says it would
I
be
know.
cool. It would be cool if I completed this list. However, if I do not, I will still be 100% loved.
I didn't want to get it wrong, so because yeah, it's the coolest thing. It's one of the coolest things she has.
Yeah. Hold on,
Randy
I got
Bond,
I got the other one here somewhere.
search her, love her. You're gonna love it.
Ready?
Yeah. Here's a bucket. Put your scary thoughts in so I can help you carry them. And then hold it up a little bit further so we can see that bucket. Simple. Makes you want to cry. Literally. For me,
I feel bad when we do the next show, the real version of "Come Waste Your Time" with Allie.
This is
Well,
bullshit.
We'll redo this, because
We'll do a full Randy Bond segment.
because she can talk to it way more than we can.
She showed us
Mhm.
the connection to Joseph, the sister trio.
That was accidental, right? Those two things had nothing to do with each other.
No, they do.
I thought that she didn't know about that.
Who?
Allie. I thought that
We
she
discovered the connection that they
Yeah.
have, but they have a deep connection.
No, I know that they have a deep connection,
Yeah.
but Allie
we
knew about
didn't.
them
No,
separately,
we
right?
didn't. We just
Yeah.
thought it was one of those things where you like things and then social media recommends similar things to you. But
Yeah.
it's funny to be like, oh no, though these two things that were recommended to me actually have a deep personal connection.
Speaking of things that have a deep personal connection,
Heyo.
let's talk about the Tonys.
Tony.
Now-
yeah.
Before I say that,
Nice throat
I
there.
want to point out that we watched the Tony Awards on Paramount Plus.
We went, yeah.
We did.
We watched
we
the
did
Tony Awards on
not-
Paramount Plus. We did not watch the CBS concert.
right, which
Broadway is
had the
back.
biggest awards of the night,
Yeah.
but
So we don't know who won Best Musical.
we don't know who won Best Musical. I got
It
a
doesn't
hunch.
matter.
Um,
It was Moulin Rouge. I'm calling it right now. I didn't see it. It was Moulin Rouge. And The Inheritance won Best Play. The end. Right?
but there's only one story worth talking about from the Tonys. That's not true. There's two. There's multiple. It was amazing.
You're an
Let's
asshole.
get like right off the bat.
He was like, hold on. I
It
shouldn't say that.
opens. I think second award, Danny Burstein. Dude,
I got upset.
yeah.
But in a good way, but in a not good. You know what I mean?
No, I cried immediately.
I loved it. Yeah, I love that man. He's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's incredible. What a story.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like I kind of expect. I feel like a part of you feels like it's gonna be like this really emotional speech, and then like I went, yeah, his speech made sense. It was just like very matter of fact, and it was like, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
too intense for him to have gotten emotional then.
Yep.
But I love that guy, and I'm really proud of him, and that's really cool.
7 nominations, and this is his first win.
Yeah, we've been watching the Tonys together for so long. How many times have we seen him?
I was shocked that this was his first win.
Because
Honestly.
you see him every year,
Yeah.
and you're
Was he
like,
nominated?
"Hey."
Was he nominated for Drowsy Chaperone?
I don't know for sure, but I would assume.
That was the first time we saw him, right?
I can say that I saw him in that. We saw him on the Tonys for like South Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
We saw him. We saw him for Follies. He did that whole number by himself. I don't know. We know that he was Tevye, and we
Yep.
were like, "Ooh, we wish we could have seen that because that he would have been so good." And you know his personal story. This
And
year.
then obviously the well, let's talk about Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
Dream it's really funny. I think that we love that show so much
Yeah.
for so many different weird reasons. Yeah.
Well, okay. So I guess it's up to me to talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you.
So my father went to New York University. I just wanted to say
NYU?
I wanted to say it, but I was trying to say the full name. I flubbed. He went during I think he went during the summer programs that they had. And he was studying there, and it was like his dream to be in Manhattan, to be doing theater, living the New York City life. Like he was like fully, so like you could not meet someone who was more stoked to go to the deli to to live that life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We all know what the quintessential like Manhattan living life was. My dad got to do it, and he got to go to the coolest college like ever for like a theater person, NYU. Anyway, what they got to meet some incredible names from Broadway. My dad got to famously wheel Agnes DeMille around. I think he went to her apartment. Agnes DeMille, for anyone who doesn't know, just to give you a quick recap, very easily showing her merit. She was the original choreographer for like Oklahoma and Carousel. Roger and Hammerstein's first musicals. She was the choreographer. So he got to like push her around, go to her apartment. He got her to sign a score for Carousel. I think I have it. Pretty sure. Um. Anyway, another person that he met was Cheryl Lee Ralph. The teacher got to like pick a couple kids, and like they would sometimes get to hang out. So my dad got to go to lunch with her, and he got a signed picture from Dreamgirls of Cheryl Lee Ralph. And so that combined with my mother's intense love for Motown, for amazing music. Let's be freaking real here. My father was amazing and he was a very musical person, but he didn't really love current music. My
Right.
mother has like the hugest impact on me for like popular music. My dad got all the love for the Broadway and for the classical and whatever. But like my mother made me know who like the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Billy Joel, all these people, like Motown in general, disco. My mother loved disco. Singer, songwriter, my mom. So like I play the acoustic guitar. My dad taught guitar, he liked guitar, but like my mom liked that kind of music. My dad loved Dave Matthews, but like yeah, my mom had more of an influence on me on music than she would give herself credit for. So I just wanted to
Right.
say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to that. Dreamgirls. My mom
Uh,
loves Motown, and because Dreamgirls is literally about like a little bit of a fictional version of the creation of Motown. It was like the coolest thing for our family because it's where my parents' interests intersected. So that was why Dreamgirls the musical was like one of the most important things in our house because it's where our parents like met in the middle and they got to see it together and it was the coolest thing ever. And tonight at the Tony Awards, original cast members Cheryl Lee Ralph, who was the Beyonce character, if you've seen the movie, came out and did a really amazingly cool.
she milked that thing
She milked.
beautifully
She
for all
milked
it was worth.
an introduction of a musical number beautifully, and then Jennifer Holliday, who was the Jennifer Hudson character, but it's the Jennifer Holliday character. Jennifer Holliday, you can YouTube it anytime you want. I do it frequently. I swear to God. You can YouTube the original Tony Awards performance of her singing "And I Am Telling You" from Dreamgirls, the most famous song from that musical. And it's one of the most powerful things you'll ever see. And tonight, I swear to God, I was watching it tonight and she did it again. She literally just did it again and it was incredible. And
40 years later.
yeah, exactly. And it was fantastic. And I don't know, in my house it was a huge thing. My parents both loved it so much and it was I was screaming. Like I was there, like in a good way. I was like, "Yes."
It felt
She
like the perfect thing too for because the Tonys this year were all about like classical musical songs and like a lot of the
yeah,
performances were some of the biggest songs in Broadway history.
cuz when you come
And
back from nothing,
I
it's
feel
got to
like it
be
could have been like that could have been overlooked.
uh-huh,
It
absolutely.
would have made sense for me to me like that would have been just something that was overlooked
Uh-huh.
as not like as important as like we think it is or the other people
Do you
may
mean
think it
Dreamgirls?
is. Yeah.
Cuz you think like it's going to be like Guys and Dolls and Les Mis and Phantom.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
It would be like
no
the big
though.
tentpole musicals.
Right, but no though. Right?
I think that it was really special. You said to us before the show, is it okay if I say this?
I don't care.
Okay, you said to us before the show that you realized that so there hasn't been a Tony Awards. There was no Tony Awards last year. The Tony Awards are usually held in June. Your dad passed away over 2 years ago. 2 years ago and 2 years and 3 months ago.
Right?
And you were like this afternoon you were like, holy shit, My dad saw the last Tony Awards.
My dad watched the last Tony Awards.
One of the
I was-
last conversations you ever had with your dad,
Yeah.
which is so perfect because like he was a musical theater fan, he was a musical theater teacher,
Right.
he was your director, that was your that was one of your connections with your dad. And one of your last conversations with him was about what happened on the Tony Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Absolutely.
for this year, for them to finally bring it back and do it, and to have almost, I mean, she milked that thing so long. It was almost 2 segments of Dreamgirls,
It was great.
right?
I
2
loved
segments
it.
of Dreamgirls, having Shirley Ralph on there, and then also Ali Stoker
Alice
singing
Stroker,
singing What I Did for Love, which your
which
dad
I
ended.
knew. I
Yeah.
told you I knew that song because my dad loved it so much. He loved the chorus line so much. He would end. My dad loved doing, as you know, he loved doing cabarets. He loved doing reviews, and good Lord, did he love to end that bad boy with What I Did for Love a bunch
The
of
first
times. And
cabaret-
it's great. It's an amazing closer. It's a beautiful, gorgeous song. Oh my God, it's so good. Musical theater is so cool. People gotta people who don't
Yeah.
like it need to give it a chance, man.
The first song that I ever
Sorry.
the first cabaret that I ever saw
Mm-hmm.
was your dad's alumni cabaret in 2006 or 2005, and they ended it with What I Did for Love.
I'm sure they did.
And I cried, and it was the first time I had ever heard the song. So, I mean, both of those things happening tonight, and realizing that was one of the last conversations you had with your dad, was talking about what happened on the Tonys. Like, it felt so personal, and that was so cool.
I think it's funny though that we didn't finish.
We did not finish, but we
But
didn't
it was
finish because
it was okay.
But also, we didn't finish because then your sister FaceTimed, and then that was a really nice thing. So that was, and we'll watch the rest of it. We'll watch the CBS concert tomorrow.
But Inheritance of Moulin Rouge one for sure.
Probably. But by the way, speaking of, because this was a great transition that I missed, that first cabaret that I saw of your dad's, the alumni cabaret, was a wonderful cabaret at the Chorus of Westerly, George Kent Performance Hall.
Right, and it was the first time that they had hardwoods.
Yes. Speaking,
so that was pretty cool.
Got the mosquito.
And there's the one for the night. You're good now.
I'm good now. So so anyway, speaking of the Chorus of Westerly.
He's good.
Speaking of the Chorus of Westerly.
He's good.
I am
Speaking of the Chorus of Westerly. Oh yes, great segue. Go ahead, Ben.
Thank you. Speaking of the Chorus of Westerly, ladies and gentlemen, South Kingstown's own University of Rhode Island graduate, lifelong member of the Chorus of freaking Westerly, Andrew Burnap is a Tony Award winner for Best Actor in a Play.
Best leading
actor in a play, beating
Tony nominees such as Tom Sturridge, Tom Hiddleston, Jake Gyllenhaal, Blair Underwood. I screamed
and several others.
So loud. A couple other. I think one other. I'm so sorry if it's one other.
Dude, it was crazy.
That was wild.
Absolutely
in the best way. So cool.
Absolutely. It was so
Courtney.
It was so cool literally seeing him in shots earlier in the night in the crowd.
Going, oh yeah, that's Andrew Burnap.
And when the director won and he was giving his speech, and then they cut to a really long shot of Andrew.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But then we've been talking about this for over a year that he was nominated, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you and I produced all right. You and I produced the shows for the Chorus of Westerly, the talk shows for the Chorus of Westerly.
For sure.
And And for the last year and a half, Andrew was back in Rhode Island
Uh-huh.
and did a lot of stuff with the chorus and was on some of those shows. One of the first ones that we did was a Broadway topic night with him and composer John Tafone.
It was great.
And it was wonderful.
I
And it
just-
was so like sad at that moment.
But dude, you need to we need to think about what the fuck he just did.
Dude,
okay?
it's insane.
You
That's what
need
I'm
to
saying.
think about what the fuck. I'm sorry, but you need to think about what award he just won.
Yeah.
Okay? You need to think about who he shares this title with. Okay? And you need to also think about that he held a nomination for longer than anyone can because this hasn't happened before. And then he is the person that won.
Yep. It's insane.
Not only that, but he has some sort of connection to people that we know. And he has connection to where we live.
Yep.
Very much so where we live. Not even like in the state, but like in the area that we live. It's absolutely bonkers that this person, this needs to be. I'm upset if Pro Joe doesn't run this as like the front page news. This is insane. Okay? This is as if this is the theater version of winning Best Actor in an Oscar.
Yep.
Okay? Period. That's what it is. And not to mention, like, the best act, if you want to argue for the Tonys, it would be best actor in a musical if you think that. Well, guess what? This year, there was only one nomination. It was Aaron Tveit. I love Aaron Tveit. I'm actually somebody that actually
huge Aaron Tveit fan.
For some reason, there's a lot of Aaron Tveit.
Best Danny Zuko ever. Fight me.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know about that. But
John Travolta, who?
Right. But I don't want to get into the Aaron Tveit thing.
Paul
But
says
there
it's
were
more
no
meaningful than an Oscar.
Okay, sure.
I
love
agree.
it.
It's harder.
It's really hard to be a stage actor. It's not as hard to be a movie actor, film actor. That's just fact. I don't. If you're denying that, you're being silly. It's still it's a totally different. Isn't it funny how it's a totally different thing though?
It is.
It's totally different way of acting, but that's not important. Anyway, the best actor in a musical category is the one that you would compare to best actor in a play. There was only one nominee. It was Aaron Tveit. I actually like Aaron Tveit. It's great. He actually got it. Good for him. He deserved a Tony for Next to Normal in 2009. Whatever.
Should we read off some of the company that we know that he beat Jake Gyllenhaal and
you want to talk about other people who have won Best Leading Actor in a Play?
Yeah, Henry Fonda.
Yeah, let's go for that because this is gonna blow people. This is gonna be the best actors, by the way, of all time. So
I'm only going to name off the people that I know their names of. No disrespect to everybody else on this list. Henry Fonda, 1948.
Sure.
Let's see. There's Boris Karloff.
How far back did you go, bro?
I went all the way back, dude.
Okay, we'll go to like the 50s first.
Christopher Plummer.
Yep.
Sidney Poitier.
Poitier.
I'm so sorry.
I should have this.
Zero Mostel.
Zero Mostel for a play?
Yeah.
Amazing.
For Rhinoceros.
Amazing. I assume James Earl Jones for Fences. Why is that the first person I can think of?
Albert Finney.
Albert Finney.
Walter Matthau.
Come on.
Hal Holbrook.
Oh, R.I.P. This year, I think.
Albert Finney again. Art Carney. James Earl Jones.
Art Carney? Was it for Odd Couple?
It was for Lovers.
Okay.
Walter Matthau won for The Odd Couple.
Oh my God. Andrew Burnap won the same award that Walter Matthau won for The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's the coolest thing.
Alan Bates for Butley.
For Butley. Nathan himself,
Paul
bless his heart,
Sorvino,
could not win that award, Ben. He didn't win.
George C. Scott.
For what?
for Uncle Vanya.
Okay, Uncle Vanya. Okay.
Henry Fonda again 30 years later. George C. Scott again. Al Pacino.
Yeah, it's literally it's insane. And it's really cool.
Frank Langella, Hugh Cronin.
And then on top of so like you talk about like
Judd
you're-
Hirsch, Ian McKellen, Tim Curry.
so you're literally reaching the pinnacle, right?
Harvey Firestein. Yeah, keep going. I'm just getting you talk. I'm just Rex Harrison again.
We're literally reaching the pinnacle of your profession in stage
John
acting.
Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Ed Harris,
Who is-
Jack Lemmon,
Oh,
Philip
stop it.
Bosco, Alan Rickman,
Oh, Philip Bosco. Alan Rickman. Oh,
Victor Garber.
you've reached the pinnacle. What was my point? Shit. Because you're
Robert
blowing
Morse,
them-
Courtney B. Vance.
Courtney B. Vance won already because that was something that Courtney B. Vance was one of the two people who announced the winner, and he went, and the winner is Courtney, and everyone laughed, and we went, wait, what? Because it was like, oh shit, he was being a sneaky poo,
Robert
and
Morse.
then he said fucking Andrew Burnap, and Ben and I blew our voices out. Well,
Robert Morse, Alan Alda, Alec Baldwin, Liam
Of course.
Neeson,
what was I gonna say?
Sam Waterston.
Oh my god, November 15th. Good birthday. Um, so good, such a good act. These actors are amazing.
Dude, Christopher Plummer won this award like 95 times.
Christopher Plummer.
John Leguizamo, Alfred Molina,
So you're looking now. Do you assume that Christopher Plummer holds the record?
Kevin. Never mind.
Spacey, it's okay. We can say it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
not
John C.
supporting him. It's
Philip
just
Seymour
him.
Hoffman and John C. Riley.
At the same time?
Yes, they both won together for True West.
No way.
Yes.
Did they nominate them at this as one thing?
Yep. Gabriel Byrne.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That must have been a thing, no?
Did you know that Alan Bates won again in 2002?
For what?
I don't. For
What do you mean you don't know?
For Fortune's Fool.
Okay.
Liam Neeson,
Oh, I think he's canceled, bro.
Jeffrey Wright, Eddie Izzard, Paul Newman,
Awesome.
Stanley Tucci.
These names are insane. All of these names are just, they're too good. This is unbelievable.
Oliver Platt,
This is front page. Oliver Platt.
Billy
Oh,
Crudup,
oh, yeah.
Boyd Gaines,
Boyd.
Liev
My
Schreiber,
boy.
Liev Schreiber,
Liev?
Talk Radio,
Of course. I know.
Patrick Stewart, Jeff
Come on.
Daniels,
Keep going because we're getting to Andrew Burnap.
Raul Esparza,
Stop it. No,
James
no.
Gandolfini,
James- oh,
Christopher
Jeez.
Walken.
blah.
Did this switch into just nominees? Hold on. Tom Hanks, Nathan. Yeah, did Nathan Lane win? No.
Yes, he did. Angels of
Nathan-
America.
Okay, Nathan Lane. Bryan Cranston was last year's winner. Bryan Cranston was the last winner of this award before Andrew Burnap.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Cooper.
I think you messed up.
I think that this switched into. Oh, okay. The blue ones here.
You're awful, Ben.
The blue ones are the winners in this one.
Why do
Kevin
you have-
Kline, Andrew Garfield,
Yeah, for
and
yeah.
here it is, Andrew Burnap. Yep.
That's insane. That's front page news, man. I'm just saying. The fact that, yeah, I don't know. Can we do something with him? Can we like make a documentary about him? Like this
Oh.
story is insane. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that he is from here and he just did what he did. And I don't think anyone understands the importance. He just won an incredible title. You have to understand, leading actor in a play. That is, there's a certain. Can you explain it more? Like, there's a certain. You know what I'm saying. There's a certain level that he just reached.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle of the profession, and he's 30.
I mean, yeah, he's got to be. He's our age, man.
Yeah. I mean, he went to school with literally everyone we went to school with.
Literally a little younger than us.
Yes. But that's the like kudos to him, and yeah, I would not say that like we know each other at
No,
all.
not at all. I don't say
At
I know
all.
him. He doesn't know
No.
who I am.
Yeah, I have talked to him several times.
But I know people
I've
that
seen
he
him
knows.
in many things. Absolutely. We
Quite
share a lot of
literally, good friends of ours are good friends of his.
yes, we share a lot of people in
So
common,
it's freaking weird
and
that we have any because the people who won the award that he just won are people like freaking Henry Fonda and like they're celebrities that I would never have any connection to. So the
right.
fact that he just won that tonight and the fact that he happened to be one of the nominees in the year that was like he was the longest period that anyone could say I'm a nominee. I'm a current Tony nominee, right?
Yeah,
He shouted out URI and the town of South Kingstown, which only a Rhode Island person will shout out the town that they're from and the college they went to because it really matters. You know what I mean? If you live in other states, it probably doesn't matter as much if you call it the town.
Yeah. It's awesome. Kudos. Like
Kudos, man.
huge props. I remember literally a year ago at this time, before we went live with the Chorus of Westerly show, talking to him about like, man, you just got nominated for a Tony, and now
Yeah.
you're back in Rhode Island, like
because there's no Broadway.
Because there's no Broadway. There's no Broadway. There's no
Work.
like that. There's no work right
Literal.
now. But you literally just got nominated for Best Leading Actor alongside Loki and Jake Gyllenhaal, and like, and now you're back like having a conversation, and then he did like a special thing for the like he hosted some of the 12th night stuff that they did this year, and just a really great, super nice guy, and
Totally.
and a year ago though, when we were having that conversation, we were like, holy shit, man, like this dude worked his ass off and got to like the beginning of, he was like on the precipice, and then it like all got put on hold, and for that to, it was like, well, eventually he's going to get his Tony Awards night and he's going to get to go and be a nominee, but he's up against 3 absolute powerhouses, and for him to take that home, like, I think I said to you earlier in the night, like, I think that he has a good chance of winning, and I think that it makes sense, and I hope that it does, because I don't think that it means anything for the Tony Awards to come back and to give
it to
and to give
A-list
and, gi- and to give
celebrity.
it to an A-list Marvel actor.
Because there were famous people. Tom Sturridge and Blair Underwood are also very famous actors, but Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Hiddleston are Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Hiddleston.
But you give it to Andrew Burnap,
Eh,
who did a two performance
Right.
show, a two
shows,
a two show show,
In repertory. is
7
basically what
hours.
happened.
Yeah, you give it to that young.
They love Andrews.
I mean, it's
Andrew
like,
Garfield, Andrew Burnap. The fact that you just say Andrew Garfield and Andrew Burnap is amazing.
yeah, that's like
That happened. He won.
giving it to him
award.
was perfect because it's like this is the hope and the future of theater.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Hiddleston did not need that award to know that they
No.
were good. To know that,
No.
not that Andrew needed to know that he was good, but Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Hiddleston literally didn't need it. Period.
The Broadway community is better for Andrew Burnap having won that award, and that is the coolest part about it to me.
For sure.
I love it. So once again, he'll never see this, but congratulations, Andrew.
Yeah, we're not doing that for that. We're doing it for us.
No, congratulations, because it's so cool.
I just want to. It's important to me to talk about how important that was, because I just to loop it back to my dad and me, like the Tony Awards, theater in general, Broadway in general, is like the coolest thing, and the fact that my dad would really care about what just happened.
Yeah.
And my dad didn't really know Andrew Burnap at all. But like he knew who he was, and he knew what he did, and he knew that he was from here, and he knew that that would be cool if he achieved cool things. And holy shit, did he! And like me as a literal Tony Smark, I absolutely freaked out at the significance of what just happened, and like. That's the coolest thing. And like Rhode Island should care about that. That's all I'm saying. Because it's an amazing honor. And I don't know. I want to make a big deal because I feel like it's not the type of thing that would get a lot of like notice, which I think is insane because it's a huge accomplishment for the state. Literally, like the entire state. So like that alone is like, I don't know. It's so cool, man.
All right.
He was in a John Lithgow show. Shakespeare in the Park. Sorry.
Last segue.
Do it.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the 4 months. I'm kidding. I didn't
hear you.
It was a sub. It was a Twitch joke.
Oh, the subs.
Yeah.
Twitch. We're not on Twitch, man.
No, we're not.
It
However, we do have officially 1 like on Facebook right now, and it is from world famous Twitch streamer. So, thank you very much, Brian.
Oh, he's
probably liking my lights and judging you hard. He's like, man, Dave is terrible at Mario and setting up backlights. So speaking of another lesser form, I wouldn't normally say that, but for what I'm going to say, it is lesser form of theatrical entertainment. Another thing that happened tonight was WWE Extreme Rules.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the ending of the main event, and I need to describe it to you and get your take on it.
Okay.
So it was Roman Reigns. It was Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Perfect. I knew that.
So from so the clip that I saw.
Okay, I
was
love
the ending.
Here we go.
I don't know where Roman is. He's taken out somewhere.
Of course. Who knows where he is? There's only 2 people in the match, so where is he?
Jimmy and Jey Uso are beating up Finn Balor
I
outside the
love that the
ring.
moment you started speaking about wrestling, it's just us.
It was Paul. Jimmy
There
and
was like
Jay.
2 people before.
I know. It was Paul and Brian. Jimmy and Jey Uso were beating up Finn Balor.
Uh-huh.
Finn Balor, they set up a table for him to put him through. Then he fights back. He power bombs. He like drops one of them over the railing, and then he power bombs one of them through the announce table. And then he turns around, and Roman spears him through the barricade where the timekeeper's area is. That gimmick. Then everybody's down. Finn's got his back. I mean, his Finn's laying like stomach first on the ground. And then the red light pops on
Oh.
for the demon. And there's a heartbeat. And when the heartbeat happens, he flops like a fish.
Oh dear.
And then there's a pause. And then there's another heartbeat, and he flops like a fish.
Oh,
And then there's another one, and he flops like a fish. And then he stands up. And he's just full. He just no-sells everything now. And he gets up, and he grabs Roman, and he starts hitting him, and he throws him into the post. And then as he like picks him up to throw him through the table, or drop kick him or whatever through the table, his music starts playing. So it's like the end of an action movie.
Oh.
Where like the hero gets back up and the music swells. The match is still happening.
Okay.
But Finn Balor's music is blasting. And he puts Roman through the table on the beat of the music.
Okay.
And he picks him up and he throws him back in the ring.
So WWE is scoring their matches at this
Matches
point?
with a lighting treatment.
Okay.
And he throws him in the ring.
Uh-huh.
And he starts to climb up to the top rope to hit his finishing move, the double foot stomp, the coup de grace. And as he gets up to the top rope, Michael Cole is screaming, Roman Reigns isn't moving in the ring. And the music is swelling. And all of a sudden he stands there and he pushes down on the ropes for a second and nothing happens. And then like he's going to jump, but he's waiting a little bit too long. And then with a sound effect, the entire top turnbuckle and the rope all the way around the ring collapses. And he falls with a compression, like something snapped the ropes. And he falls to the ground and the music and lights stop.
Okay.
And then he sells his knee, stands up, gets speared and pinned and loses.
What caused that?
No explanation as to what caused that.
What?
People are calling him fat ass Finn Balor on Reddit.
He broke the.
They're like, Otis can stand on the top rope and do moonsaults and it's fine.
Finn ruined his match.
125. But 120. I would show it to you, but the stream would get taken down immediately by WWE.
God. They're calling him fat. Because there's no other explanation.
There's no other explanation.
He's just too fat. He can't.
Yeah. No, there's no other explanation.
Can't hold him.
No, nothing.
Just any way to make Roman win. The ring has to break for Roman to win.
Yeah, so the ring, so the ring broke.
The
and
tiny man has to break the ring for Roman to win.
And whatever supernatural ability that he had to play his music and to do the red light,
backfired on him.
It all snapped with the rope.
It was like, I'm done. No.
This was I think that like
who wrote that shit?
I think that like
what, that'll make
Bruce
somebody
Pritchard?
go to AEW.
Dude,
that'll make a guy go to AEW. I'm just saying.
And I had just told you about the quote from Seth Rollins about like wanting to like strangle Vince McMahon out of the Hell in a Cell ending with the Fiend, and it's this shit was just as bad. What?
This shit was just as bad.
Like what was that?
I don't know.
And I don't like there are so many things that I don't like right now in wrestling.
In
And
life.
I mean, yeah, but in wrestling, like there's so many things that I think like could be better. But this is, oh my god, this was real bad. This was real stupid.
I've seen WWE and AEW this week, and both are pretty tough.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel like they're all doing it wrong.
well, we didn't watch the 30-minute draw with Bryan Danielson,
Okay, so
and I'm sure that would have been fine.
one match. Okay,
But
like 6
that
hours of program.
Dude, that lights out match was terrible.
Lights out match.
The lights out match was the one that you
Lights
saw on.
flickered match.
Yeah,
Fucking joke. It's a joke. I don't know what they're doing over there, man. You can't let those people run things. That's crazy.
I don't know,
People are
and
weird.
like they're equally bad. Here's the one that like WWE looks like somebody made an intentional. WWE looks like someone made an intentionally horrible decision. Like someone had an idea and they executed that idea perfectly and it was bad. But they did it real well, but it was bad. It was a bad choice, right? And AEW, when they do something bad, it's like nobody thought about this. No one organized it. No one took the time to think about like where things went.
Yeah.
It's very it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
No, it's literally it's planned out and improvised bad.
Yeah.
But they're both bad.
Yeah, WWE's is planned out and then like it was a bad idea to begin with.
Right. And AEW was like, we're gonna wing it, and it was never good. And it's depressing.
Yeah.
Because like, why is it so bad all around?
No, it's like, and people are picking sides, and it's like, but no one's good.
I'm not picking a side. I'm watching all of it and going, some of it's good, most of it's bad, all around.
Yeah.
If you take all of it together, most of it's bad. A little bit of it is good from both things. But that's not good enough. I definitely cannot pick a side because why would I?
Yep.
It's weird.
Oh, that was the PlayStation going to sleep. I was wondering what the hell that beep was. Dude, I have to be up in 5 hours. I'm gonna go to bed. This was. Did you enjoy this?
Absolutely.
Me too. This has been a wonderful edition of Come Waste Your Time. This show is not about Broadway exclusively.
Why not, though?
The last time we did it, all we talked about was Broadway.
It was the only thing to talk about, Ben. Whatever. Hey,
Dave, what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on vaccine hesitancy and schools reopening and
okay, good night. Love you.
I love you too. Don't ever let Dave talk about that stuff. Goodbye. I mean, he's right, but goodbye. This is the longest video, and I really need to cut it down. It's so long. So this is going to have an abrupt ending, and I'm sorry. Let's just pretend like there's a theme song.